Hello, beautiful beloveds. It's Missy with MeWe. Thank you for joining me as we move together collectively to we. With the recent events of the pink full moon in Libra and the burning of the Notre Dame, which carries vast symbolism, for this week's Pick a Pile, Spirit has inspired me to do a spread to honor the divine feminine. So just a quick side note before I continue, for those of you who are new to the channel, you can be a divine feminine energy in a male body and vice versa. But when I refer to each energy, I will use the pronouns he and she, but it's however you identify. So as the collective heals, it is the rise of the divine feminine energy which brings forth these shifts not only in our inner world, but in our outer world as well. Like the woman's body is designed to create life, the feminine's energy is designed to manifest and create worlds as well, to create physical reality. This ability has been damaged and diluted over many years of societal programming, which has stripped away a woman's confidence and connection with this divine gift of creation. Just one prime example of how this has come to be is how women are devalued and degraded in the birthing industry, constantly bombarded with discouragement and intervention in the birthing process, which is an incredibly important topic to discuss in depth, and I may do so in another video. But this practice, along with many others, has created such a distortion to the feminine energy. Women are expected to basically do it all. They are expected to nurture and provide for their families as if they don't have a job, and to work and excel at a job as if they don't have families to nurture. Whereas men and women, masculine and feminine, were designed to be hunter and gatherer. Women, the feminine, have taken on all of this responsibility, have become both the hunter and the gatherer, and it has completely distorted the energies. Women, the feminine, are designed to gather. They are designed to receive. But being in a distorted energy, women find themselves hunting, moving, going, doing, very much in a masculine energy, doing this, doing that, do, rather than just being, to just be, to just allow, to just receive. We've received these patterns and blocks not only from society and from the culture around us, but it is encoded in our DNA from our ancestral lineage as well, what our mothers and grandmothers were subject to. It is in healing these patterns and aligning back with our natural design to receive that we can better create. So with all of that being said, I have 3 piles here to assist you in healing and honoring the divine feminine within you. You do not have to be a feminine energy to benefit from this reading. If you are a masculine watching this, you can certainly benefit from this by healing the distorted feminine energies within yourself, as well as understanding and honoring what your divine counterpart is experiencing. You know, I don't think I actually did a proper welcome at the beginning of the video, so I was just excited to get right into the information. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. Most of you are brand new. This is a brand new channel. And if you are a returning visitor, welcome back. I've had several new subscribers and lots of new likes, and I'm so excited to have you here and to be a divine channel for you and to bring forth love, healing, and insight on your journey. I appreciate your views, likes, and subscribes so much, and I appreciate you and your energy here. I always pray that you obtain from this channel at least one piece of resonance and healing every time that you visit. So let's go ahead and get into this healing session. In this session, we will pull a card to represent your divine feminine energy, a card to describe what you should be prioritizing and healing in your divine feminine energy, and a way that you can honor your divine feminine. So I didn't have any trinkets with me today, so rather than picking a pile, I want you to pick a deck. 1, 2, 3. I will be using all 3 decks in the reading for each group, so the deck that you pick won't be exclusive just to your reading. It's just the method I'll be using to distinguish the groups. So group 1 will be the Divine Feminine Oracle by Megan Watterson. Group 2 will be the Crystal Visions Tarot by Jennifer Galasso. And group 3 will be the Work Your Light Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. So take a deep breath, relax, and pick a deck that you are most drawn to with your intuition. Take a look at the timestamp in the description box below and enjoy your reading. Hi everyone. This is your reading if you picked Group 1, the Divine Feminine Oracle deck. So a card to represent your Divine Feminine energy. Sappho, the poetess. I love every inch of my body, and I love the woman in my life fiercely. So Sappho embodies the deep love, admiration, and sensuality that exists between women. It's believed that Sappho was born around 630 BCE on the Greek island of Lesbos. She was referred to in antiquity as the 10th muse and the poetess, just as Homer was referred to as the poet. She is one of the great Greek lyrics and one of the few known female poets of the ancient world. She read her poems rhythmically while accompanied by a lyre in a form that is now known as Sapphic meter. Sappho is celebrated for the sexuality and sensuality in her poetry, especially her love for women and the female body. Fill the goblet up, these laughing lips shall kiss the brim, come, Venus, come. This is one of the fragments that remain of her voluminous collection of poetry. Escalatal authorities in Constantinople and Rome obliterated her work in the 11th century. Her poetry was publicly burned because church leaders were scandalized by its erotic nature and that the author was a woman. In ancient Greece, a woman's love for another woman was considered natural, and Sappho's love for the female form became legendary. It is believed that she read her writing before groups of women, educating and evaluating them as she performed her poetry about the goddess-like nature they all possessed. So when your soul selects this card, instead of exhausting ourselves with the unholy effort of comparing our own bodies to others, or of competing for resources that are actually unlimited, Sappho urges us to do the most revolutionary thing we could ever do: love ourselves and our sisters fiercely. We can't recover Sappho's last poems, but we can reclaim the enduring spirit she left us. We can become her poetry. We can revel in the pleasure that we are capable of feeling, and we can love unapologetically with the full spectrum of our emotional range and from the fathomless depths of our hearts. Lift up a woman in your life. Help her reach a dream she's been incubating. Take time to indulge with lady loves in your life. Go to a spa, make a dinner together, go skinny dipping, or just do something outrageous that celebrates the fact that you love each other. Sappho is about the power of loving every inch of the female form. Spend a day flooding your thoughts with positive affirmations about your body or a woman's body. Take a long bath with red rose petals. Do something nourishing that acknowledges your love for the fact that you are a woman and for the radiant woman who constellate your life. That is beautiful. So your divine feminine energy, you have accepted and come to terms and love your body, and you love the women around you. That's incredible energy to be in. It's beautiful. What a beautiful card. Okay, so a card to describe what you should prioritize in your healing. Let's see here. 10 of Pentacles. Well, the 10 of Pentacles signifies security, affluence, comfort, and permanence. The card depicts a woman sitting comfortably with her wolf companion in the castle garden. The buck has no fear of the wolf, knowing it is where it belongs and that it's safe and secure. So what I'm getting from this card as a priority for you to heal is knowing that you are secure in your abundance. You likely don't feel secure or at rest and at ease, like the buck, that everything is in divine order. I'm also drawn to the fact that she's sitting, in a cozy little, nestled in a tree, and these women up here, carved out of the tree, kind of looking over her. So to begin to heal this, connect with nature, with Mother Earth, to reconnect with the natural rhythms and heartbeat of Mother Gaia. You might have heard this called grounding, and if not, I suggest that you look it up and look up its healing benefits. I'm also drawn to the castle, which looks very phallic in nature. So I'm feeling there are some sexual blocks here that need attention as well. So either you have had multiple partners and feel a guilt or a shame over having allowed yourself the pleasure, or you have not had enough sexual experience or pleasure and you have denied yourself for whatever reasons. But this is something that needs to be addressed and healed. So reclaim your sensuality and your sexuality. And a way that you can honor your divine feminine. Let's see, a way that you can honor your divine feminine. Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? The priestess is a teacher dedicated to service, freedom, and leadership. You don't need to have it all together to lead. In fact, it helps if you don't. No one wants a perfect angel who hasn't made any mistakes. Let your life be your message. Don't underestimate the power of sharing your story. It's by hearing someone else's journey that we feel less alone. We realize that we're actually all in this thing called life together. The difference between a follower and a leader is that a leader has the courage to go first. In stepping out, they shine a light on a path for others to venture forward to. Don't fret too much about trying to work out who is in your tribe. Don't get stuck in age, income, hobbies, or occupation. The best way to discover your tribe is to look in the mirror. If you feel called to lead, chances are it's because at some point in your life you longed for someone to lead you. Your tribe are longing for exactly the same thing as you were and are, and might only be one step behind you. Hell, they may even be right alongside you. You don't need anyone's permission, just the courage to stand up. Embrace your struggles, the peaks, the troughs. You don't need to know the way. Just believe that there might be a different one. Your tribe is waiting for you. Step forward so they can find you. So a way that you can honor your divine feminine is find your tribe. And I when I say find, I don't mean you have to go out and search and hunt. Gather. Allow your tribe to come to you. Radiate how, in your energy field, how you want to feel, how you do feel, knowing that you have a tribe supporting you. Let that tribe come to you and then lead. Step up. Use your voice. Support your femininity by using your voice. Such a beautiful card. This brand new deck. I love this deck. It's incredibly powerful. It's just gorgeous there. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed this reading and that it resonated with you. I pray that it brought forth love, healing, and insight. If you like the vibes here, please like, share, and subscribe. If you do subscribe and would like notifications of new videos that I post, make sure to hit the little bell right next to the subscribe button. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, please check out the link below in the description box. And I am sending you so much love and light in your journey as me becomes we. Hi everyone. This is your reading if you picked group 2, which was the Crystal Visions Tarot deck. So a card to represent your divine feminine energy. Deanna, Queen of the Wilderness. The language of the natural world is a frequency of love. This is my mother tongue. Well, Deanna represents the call to embody a more primal connection to the wilderness that exists within. The goddess Deanna was worshipped in the ancient Roman religion that originated in Italy. She is the daughter of Jupiter and Latona, born on the island of Delos with her twin brother, Apollo, god of the sun. The Temple of Diana in Rome dates back to the 6th century BCE. She was the protectress and patroness of the lower class and slaves who could seek sanctuary in her temples. So I feel people maybe probably come to you for sanctuary. The temple in Diana in Ephesus, also attributed to the Greek goddess Artemis, was considered one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. It took 220 years to build, and the magnificent statue of Diana covered in breasts symbolizes her worship as a fertility goddess for women. So I feel like you're also very in tune with your feminine and fertility. Paul, in the Acts of the Apostles in the New Testament, mentions Diana's temple since her following was extensive and seen as a threat to Christianity. The most famous place to worship Diana was in the sacred grove of the oak trees on the shores of Lake Nurmia in Rome. Out in nature, connected to the earth and to the wild animals that roam freely across it, here she is, the huntress with her golden bow and arrows. She is the independent, free-spirited goddess who communes with the moon, the natural world, and all those who cannot speak for themselves. So I feel like you're probably really also in tune with the natural rhythms of Mother Earth. So when your soul selects her card, sometimes the answer is the simple elemental need to just walk barefoot in the grass, or even better, the mud. I was just talking about this with group 1, with grounding. Sometimes we get so caught up in what's happening or what isn't happening that we forget to just be. And what was I saying in the introduction? We forget that there is tremendous power surging up from the earth, wanting to take whatever energy is no longer serving us. We forget that we can commune with the trees, those ancient protectors and elders whose language comes with the help of the wind and the slow, soft caress that touches our cheek. Answers sometimes need to come from the basic desire of the body to feel grounded here on earth. Deanna is associated with fertility, the phases of the moon, and the ability to communicate with animals. Of course, not with any human language, but with the frequency of love and intention which animals perceive. If we open ourselves up to it, we can connect to the wisdom in the natural world, even if we live far from it. Even if we're deep in the heart of the busiest city, a sign on the bus, a logo on a t-shirt, or a card someone sends us may carry an image of the animal that wants to reach us. Or we may be visited by a possum on the fire escape or a hawk on the window ledge. We don't have to be in the wilderness to access the wisdom of the natural world. The wilderness is within us. We are a part of it. There's so much more we can receive from the wordless life around us. We just have to develop the heart that can hear it. So I absolutely feel that you are very much in tune with your intuition, with reading vibrations, with picking up energy, and that you also have a natural gift and talent with working with animals as well. So this is how you are in tune and how your divine feminine energy is represented. Thank you. All right, so the next card is a card to describe what you should prioritize in healing in your divine feminine energy. Which is, the Three of Cups. Well, the Three of Cups represents a celebration, friendship, social invitations, pregnancy, or a birth. It represents an accomplishment, good fortune, or a connection with others. Happiness, sharing, reflection, love, and abundance are the themes of this card. This card shows 3 maidens sitting by water, each with a cup in hand. They are sharing a moment together, enjoying each other's company. Okay, so I'm getting a couple different downloads here. For a group of you, this is pertaining to a difficult pregnancy or birth, which resulted in the diminishing of your confidence in yourself and your body as a woman. Like what I had discussed in the intro, and this is affecting your confidence in yourself as a divine creator. For another group of you, what this card signifies is your lack of connection with others. So to heal these blocks in your feminine energy, go back to your birth and birthing process and really be present and feeling the feelings that come up. Allow them to surface, and then, most importantly, love yourself through these feelings. Ask yourself, what do I need to feel loved and supported here? And your answer may be, I need to have my wishes and desires heard. I need to have my intuition honored. And then do that for yourself. Reimagine the scenario as you would have liked it to have happened rather than how it actually happened. Your brain has a hard time distinguishing the difference between your imagination and reality. So that's why when we have an upsetting dream and we wake up, we can still be consumed with the emotions of the dream. Or in the same sense, having a nice dream, we can wake up feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. So by doing this exercise, it will literally reprogram your brain and your experience. For the others of you, create and nurture the connections with other feminine energies in your life. Oh, the verse, and I always pronounce this book wrong, Asclepius, in the Bible. It's 4, I want to say 9 through 12. 2 are better than 1 because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat, but how can one be warm alone? And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken. So yeah, connect with others is what I'm feeling here. Okay, thank you. And a way that you can honor your divine feminine. Sisterhood of the Rose. Yeah. Call in your tribe. Connect with others. What was I just saying? Very much a confirmation of what I was just saying. Thank you, Spirit. I'm still going to go ahead and read from the book, though, for some additional insight for Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty, devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. The Sisterhood of the Rose is a lineage of priestesses and mystics who devoted their lives to serving humanity and seeding light consciousness all over the earth. A cross-section of ancient lineages is the path of devotion and beauty. Walking this path means being devoted to seeing and creating beauty wherever you go. The rose symbolizes the heart and the sacred geometry of all life. You are being called to notice the beauty around you, particularly in nature, and to hear the whispers of Mother Earth. You are being called to spend more time in nature, as all the ancient secrets live there. Mother Earth is constantly whispering. Spend time admiring her creations, and you will be rewarded with insight and grace. You are being called to take a little more time to both notice the beauty that exists all around you and contribute to the beauty of the world in your own way, too. This could be through your own creations or in the little things like how you dress to picking up flowers for your home. Every time you devote your time to creating beauty, you harmonize the planet a little more, and the shift in vibration can be felt. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed this reading and that it resonated with you. I pray that it brought forth love, healing, and insight. If you like the vibes here, please like, share, and subscribe. If you do subscribe and would like notifications of new videos that I post, make sure to hit the little bell right next to the subscribe button. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, please check out the link below in the description box. I am sending you so much love and light on your journey as me becomes we. Hi everyone. This is your reading if you picked group 3, which was the Work Your Light Oracle deck. So the first card we have is a card to represent your divine feminine energy. Oh, I'm going to be butchering this name. I'm just going to call her Ms. Ma. Ms. Ma, the joy-permeated mother. I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. So as far as who she was, she represents the essence of the expansive joy that comes when we remember our true self. She was born in the late 19th century. Her name means beautiful one. Her family questioned her mental stability because from an early age, she was always found in bhavas, which is an ecstatic states of bliss. At 13, she was married to a man she would later name Bolognath, and he supported her life as a mystic and a saint. At 26, she enacted her own spiritual initiation. The ceremony and the rites were spontaneously revealed to her from within. She explained, "As the master, I revealed the mantra. As the disciple, I accepted it and started to recite it." In the late 1920s, she set up a Kali temple and devoted her life to spiritual practices. She began to be recognized as the living embodiment of the divine feminine. Oh, I just got big chills. The living embodiment of the divine feminine, and as the incarnation of Kali as divine love. Ooh, wow. Her first disciple named her Ms. Ma, joy-permeated mother, because her blissful states would inspire others to remember their innate path to joy. Her first ashram was built in 1929. Her profound spiritual teachings began to attract scholars, philosophers, artists, and other contemporary mystics like Yogananda. She refused to be called a guru, insisting that we are all ultimately one self. She loved all living creatures exactly the same, including herself. Ms. Ma gave the red thread to women for this reason, which was a sacred right of bestowing spiritual authority previously only given to men. So when your soul selects her card, there's a passage in the autobiography of a yogi by Yoga, I always pronounce his name wrong, Yogananda, that relates an encounter he had with Ms. Ma. He asks her why she is always so filled with joy and can enter states of bliss instantly. She explains to him that she's aware of her true self. She knows that before she came to earth, she was the same. And as a little girl, and later when she grew into a woman, still she was the same. And now, sitting in front of Yogananda, she remains the same. And even after death, she says, though the dance of creation changes around me, I shall be the same. This is self-realization, merging with that aspect within us that never changes. It's becoming conscious of the self that is eternal while within this brief mortal existence. Ms. Ma believed that the only true calling or purpose any of us have is to become realized. And so she believed that any action we take toward that goal is sacred. There's a deep, calm, abiding joy that arrives when we can merge with the aspect of us that never changes. There's a bliss we get to experience every time we detach from the surface storms that cause chaos in our lives. If we can remember that we are the guru, that we are an aspect of the divine that remains the same no matter how much change surrounds us, then we get to arrive at a joy that lives at the core of our being. Wow, that one was powerful. So I really feel as far as your Divine Feminine Energy Group 3, you have really worked very hard to become self-realized. You are aware of yourself. You are aware of your divinity. And I believe you are very in tune with your femininity. It's absolutely incredible. Okay. Wow. Let's go ahead and move on to card 2, which was, a card to describe what you should prioritize in healing in your Divine Feminine energy. So, what do we have here? Four of Swords. What a beautiful depiction in this deck. So the Four of Swords indicates like recuperation, reflection, withdrawal, rest. The woman depicted in this card is resting and recharging both her body and mind so that she can move forward in her journey. She has done battle and needs time to heal. What I was just saying with your first card, if you've obviously done the battle to become into your divinity, to not just become your divinity, you've always been your divinity, but to realize, to self-realize, to become aware of your divinity. So you've done the battle and it is time to rest. She's done the battle and needs time to heal. So taking a step back from the situation is necessary in order to review the next course of action. So again, like what I was saying in the intro video, sometimes if you're too much in your masculine energy, this card could be indicating that you need to take the time to rest and recover and just be, rather than do, just be. You've been to battle, you know your true self, but you need to allow yourself to just be. So a way that you can honor your divine femininity, who is well aware of herself and the battles that she went through and the rest that she needs to recuperate from those battles. The ever unfolding rose. Cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you, which ties in beautifully with your other cards, Group 3. So the challenge of life is to keep your heart open when you most want to close it, to let life crack you open, to open through the hurt and through the loss, to allow what is falling away to just fall away. Being human is a courageous act. A life well lived is full of losses and tragedies, as much as triumphs and adventures. Wherever you find yourself at the moment, life is coaxing you to keep your heart open no matter how much it hurts, to continually unfold, to let life crack you open. Perhaps you're going through a difficult time right now, so instead of cursing the difficulty, see it as a blessing, to open yourself up to the truth that perhaps as hard as it may be, life is happening for you, not to you. And one day, in the not too distant future, you may just bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open because the world needs you open. Now is the time to go gently, to treat yourself like a tender, sweet baby, to wrap yourself in a blanket and trust that the mother has you cradled in her arms. The seas may not all be smooth sailing, but you are safe and you are held. One day, not too far from today, you will look back at the transformation and be blown away by the poetry of life. Everything is going to be okay. Well, I think that description actually just covered it beautifully. So in honoring your divine femininity, rest, allow, be, and know that life's not happening to you. It is happening for you, the evolution of your soul. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed this reading and that it resonated with you. I pray that it brought forth love, healing, and insight. If you like the vibes here, please like, share, and subscribe. If you do subscribe and would like notifications of new videos, make sure to hit the little bell next to the subscribe button. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, then please check out the link below in the description box. I am sending you so much love and light on your journey as me becomes we.